And I have Elle from Boost Oxygen joining me this morning. How you doing? I can see that you're getting in the holiday spirit.
I am. I know. You know, parties are this weekend. You can wear this on the slopes and look cool or whatever.
Yes, getting in the spirit.
I know.
And actually, thinking of spirits and the parties and the overindulgences of the food and the beverage
and the family
and the family and the overindulgence of being on the snow. Probably not a whole lot of hydration.
Yeah.
Less oxygen as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Tell people how this will help them out.
Well, Boost Oxygen is 95% pure oxygen. It's in portable form, so it's aviator's oxygen. So pilots use this. It's available without a prescription. What we did is we packaged it so anyone could carry it around, make it really light.
So now you say it's 95% pure oxygen. Like, what does that mean exactly as far as, like, I mean, I'm just breathing oxygen.
I know, everyone says,
now.
I'm breathing oxygen for free. Why should I buy it? Well,
Yeah.
oxygen at sea level is about 21%.
Oh,
maybe 22%.
That's significantly less than
Okay.
95. I didn't realize.
Yes.
I guess air just doesn't necessarily mean it's oxygen.
Exactly.
Air
So-
consists of lots of things.
Right, there's air on the moon, but you can't really breathe. So, yeah, 21%. Now, as you go higher, the molecules spread out, and what that equates to is about 14% when you're in Breckenridge.
That's significantly
So
less.
higher
yeah.
you go, the more the molecules spread out, so you do not get as much oxygen in your system. So when that happens, the first thing that happens is your body decides to forego your muscles, then the next thing forego your organs, and then your brain. So oxygen is super important. So when you're depleting your body, that's why you notice the fatigue, the headaches, extra
when we're
muscle
dealing
storage.
with the altitude adjustment and everything.
Exactly, when you're up here. Also, when you're doing anything aerobic, you're also whipping through oxygen. When you're sick, when you have the sniffles, when you have stress, absolutely, hangover, things like that, overindulging, all of that whips through oxygen. And one, you're not getting enough because you have those issues, but also throw the altitude into that.
Yeah.
And now you got extra. That's why people, feel extra tired when they're stressed and sick. You got that combination. So Boost Oxygen is here to help. That's why help is here is our tagline. And what it does is it raises your oxygen level in about 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
So hangovers, people just sit on their couch and use up a can. That's pretty popular. Well, you could take it on the slopes with you, have it in your pocket, have it in your purse, in your backpack. We have it all over town to make it really easy when you're in altitude, because here you have that extra oomph, that extra reason you're going to need it.
So because it's 95% pure oxygen, is that why it's just because it's so concentrated in oxygen, is that why it improves your oxygen levels so quickly?
Yes, exactly. And hospitals, so when you get in the ambulance or when you go to the hospital and they put the mask on you, that's 100% or 99% oxygen, and that's
Oh, so this is pretty
prescription form.
close. Yeah.
This is close. So this is only 4% different. It's also in gas form, which is nice. It's not liquid like some of the tanks that you get from the doctor. It is already mixed. It already stays at 95%. Even when you get low to the bottom, you don't shake it. It doesn't move around. So therefore, can't abuse it, can't overindulge on oxygen.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Kids, pets, adults, everyone.
And regardless of what sort of, fatigue you may have, again, whether it's adjusting to the altitude, whether you're just dehydrated, a little overstressed from all the holiday festivities, or just hitting the mountain really hard, right? Just pretty much
absolutely.
any way that you could possibly be slightly lagging.
Exactly.
It's gonna help.
And I have use it every day, and I live up here. I keep it next to my bed when I get up in the middle of the night. Just take a couple inhalations. It helps you sleep a little better. A lot of people have sleep apnea, don't breathe as well. Cold and flu, you get your nose plugged. You're not sleeping well at night.
I would imagine, like students that are studying for final exams, actually, it would help.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's great.
Especially this one.
I know, think tank. That's why we came up with it. Rosemary is so good for memory. So that one smells really good.
I love the smell of this one.
That's a good one. Peppermint's good. Peppermint's good for headaches and nausea. And then a bunch of other great things, which you can see on our website. Our website is so educational. A lot of people just don't understand what oxygen is or aromatherapy. So I always invite them to check out that.
So the aromas aren't just necessarily for
fun.
Even
though they are fun.
There is a purpose to them.
Absolutely.
So can you briefly, again, go through the different aromas and what they're intended for?
So we chose specific aromas for health benefits. So we don't have cotton candy and things like that that you might see in some oxygen bars. Ours are also all natural. And then the rosemary is even a step further. That is organic. So we chose these with health benefits. So peppermint, headaches and nausea. That's a real common complaint of people. And then eucalyptus, so nice during cold and flu season. Also good for headaches. And then pink grapefruit, this one, that is for fatigue and sore muscles. That's actually my favorite. And a bunch of other things. And then also we have unscented, which is the dark green cap, which you see a lot around.
Yeah.
That has,
that's the most popular.
Unscented, some people just don't like scents. So or they don't know. They think it's going to be really strong smelling, and they're very light. It's just essential oil with the oil taken out, just the plant essence, all natural. Very refreshing. So I like them.
I just want to, again, the grapefruit one you said is good for sore muscles and
fatigue.
And fatigue. So this is great for
my favorite.
The athlete on the mountain going it really
the Summit
hard.
County scent.
The Summit County scent. They should have these in the store. I feel like
they do. We have them all.
We
actually.
do? Okay.
We have them all around town.
Okay, good.
All the stores. A lot of them, like for example, some of the stores just have the natural because they don't have the space in the counter. You get the tight ski shops and that.
Okay.
But if you go to Walmart, they have all the scents.
Okay.
I know the big Central City store on the way on I-70 has a bunch of Think Tank. That's a new one. So that one you don't see as prevalent yet.
Yeah.
But you'll see that more and more.
But you will.
You can get all them online. But definitely the scents. Safeway has the scents too. So and Christie Sports too.
Excellent.
So yeah. So you
good.
can get them around. I personally prefer the scents, but you know, the unscented is still about half of our sales. So so it's still pretty popular. And doesn't clash with anything, I guess. But, so great. And then a lot of people just don't understand why they would use it. A lot of locals say, "Hey, I live here. I don't really need it." It's like,
that's not true.
It's not true.
I mean,
yeah.
A lot of locals.
They don't need
that,
it maybe for altitude, specifically for acclimation, but you know, I have heard from a local doctor that even just living at altitude for extended period of time does do wear and tear in your body, and she actually recommends using oxygen supplementation throughout. You know, living here on a daily basis if you can, and if you can't use it on a daily basis based on affordability or things like that, at least use it when you're sick or when you're injured and recovering. Because it's really hard on your organs to live up here. So it does catch up with you. You know, you might think I'm pushing through it, but sometimes when people reach about, you know, either they're getting older or something happens, they've lived here for years and suddenly it's affecting them. And that's annoying.
I have heard that like actual proper like your body acclimating to higher elevation doesn't happen within a single person's lifetime. It's like 3 generations.
Exactly. So you have to be like from Peru or, you know, somewhere that's been generations most of us haven't been. Maybe 2 generations if you're lucky.
So you're basically, if you're living here, you're kind of always constantly acclimating.
Always
it never goes away.
Yes. Always be acclimating. But yes, so that's why once I heard that, I started using it every day, you know, just a little bit, you know, when you're feeling fatigued or like I said, at night, when you're relaxed or you get up to go to the bathroom or whatever you're doing, it's a great thing just to grab or put in your bed. So
now, Elle, we had already mentioned there's lots of places around the county that you can go ahead and get Boost Oxygen as well as the different aromas. But if people want to go ahead online and learn more about Boost Oxygen and the benefits of the different aromas, where can they go?
Well, our website's excellent. A website's going to have all the facts and figures and things like that, the research on oxygen supplementation. Also, we have a new page that's a fun facts, which talks about oxygen in general, which you know, a lot of people, again, aren't educated on what it even does. So that's
but we need it, and we
breathe
it every day.
Breathe, I know. And so those are great tools. And then another place to go, our Facebook and Instagram. We get so much feedback from other people. So if you're looking for an example of what someone has used it for, we get direct feedback. So that's a great resource as well.
Well, thank you so much for popping in and really giving us some in-depth knowledge on the importance of oxygen. You know, something I think people take for granted.
Absolutely.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Again, coming up in a little bit is our Watch and Win, which is going to be a one-day lift ticket to Loveland ski area. So definitely an area that you're going to want to pack your grapefruit Boost Oxygen to enjoy the slopes. So don't go anywhere.